Hello world, this is Evan Yearwood. Welcome to E.Y.E. This is the Evan Yearwood Experience. So I got some really interesting news about my life. I'm going to be living in Kenya for a month. Well, maybe I guess I really can't say living because it's only a month. You're only living in a place unless it's like 3 months, right? But whatever, I'm going to be in Kenya for a month. I am flying into Nairobi, which is the 15th highest city in elevation in the world. Fun fact. And then I'm going to be in Nairobi for one night, and then I'm going to take the train from Nairobi all the way to Mombasa, which is the coastal city. And I'm going to be in Mombasa for a month. Wow. I must say I'm very excited about this trip. And maybe you're wondering why I'm doing this. And I've definitely asked this myself sometimes. But I know that at this point in my life, I have definitely caught wanderlust. Or is it wanderlust? I'm not too sure. But I just got this bug in me right now that I need to see the world. I have to see the world. I'm in a time of my life where I don't have any kids. I'm single. I don't have any massive obligations. For the most part, I work for myself and I do pretty well for myself. So I have this opportunity to travel, to get out there, just go and see the world, see what the world is about. I do not believe that the United States is the center of the universe. I believe that there's absolutely fantastic cultures out there in Europe, in Asia, in Africa, in South America, in Canada, and all these places on all four corners of the world that have yet to be discovered. And, what's a better time to go than right now? So I'm going to Kenya. And this also leads me to what I also want to talk about, which is the direction of this channel, because I just started this podcast in November. It's the 19th episode now. And the whole thing about it for me is I'm just going to do it. I don't care if I just get in front of the mic and I just start talking about some random thing. I am going to use my voice because I believe my voice is extremely powerful. And I also believe that my mind is extremely intelligent. And I think there's ideas and concepts that I can share with people that would help them tremendously. But with that being said, when people ask me, yo, what's the Evan Yearwood experience about? Like, I really don't know what to tell them because I haven't really put my thumb on the definition. I'm just building the airplane while I fly it. Some weeks I literally record the podcast right before I post it. Literally, I just get in front of the mic, I just talk, and then I post it. And some of these episodes are really, really good. Obviously, you guys see some of the interviews I've done. I've been able to get Garrison Red, that USA powerlifter, Mr. Robinson, 6-time Mr. Olympia, some of my friends. The interview I did with Oscar, one of my friends, that did pretty well. That got over 500 views. I don't know how, but hey, like things happen. You make a video and sometimes it blows up. Like I had this Instagram video where I was just reacting to these people, this like audio. It was like a funny audio, and the video got over 85,000 views on Instagram. So you never know. You got to do it. But yes, I'm building the airplane while I fly it. I'm not exactly too sure exactly what this channel is, but here's what I do know. I know I want to travel. That leads me to, travel vlogs. I know a lot of travel vlogs. People showing off a great life or people exploring unknown cultures. I think the direction that I want to go into is storytelling. Super high quality, high video, high audio quality, 1080p, 4K, super crisp, beautiful cinematography of landscapes, people, buildings, cultures, but storytelling. I think I am an excellent storyteller And who doesn't like a great story? Who doesn't like to hear an adventure? Who doesn't like to hear something amazing that takes them out of their day-to-day life? This is why we go to see a movie. This is why we sit down and watch shows, because the story takes us outside of ourselves. It takes us outside of our mind. And the overall theme of everything I've been doing so far is just presenting ideas that can impact you, right? You know, how to build confidence, frame control, your mind, all different concepts that to better yourself. But what I found is sometimes the greatest lessons that are learned are always presented within a story. So I'm thinking maybe that's the direction that I want to go with this channel. Now, if you've been listening, you've been tuning in, I'd love to hear your feedback. I know there's people listening, and, you know, sometimes my views are great, sometimes they look dismal, but I know there's people tuning in, and it would help me tremendously if you tell me what you think about this, right? I think this is a great direction. Personally, I'm going to do it. I'm going to try. I'm going to see what works. You know, you got to do, you got to try. I like to tell people that if you're not sure if you're going the right direction, run fast. This way, you'll find out faster if it's the wrong direction, and you can turn around. If you're so timid and you're slow and you're waiting or you're doing nothing, you'll never figure out what's the right direction. Just pick a direction and run. If it's not the right direction, stop and then turn around. You know, so a lot of people are afraid to even try because they're afraid to fail. It is what it is. Forget about it. You know, I can't sit here and lie. Sometimes I look at the views that some of the videos get, and I'm like, that kind of sucks. Or I post a picture on Instagram and like 4 people like it. You know, of course you care about those things, you know, because you're human. But so what? It is what it is. You got to start somewhere. You got to build it from there. So, yeah, that's the direction I want to go. I know for a fact I need to invest in a better computer because this one I got is like 10 years old. It's an Apple computer. It's a little MacBook or whatever, and it is not cutting the cake. This knife is dull, okay, if I'm going to use that metaphor. But, yeah, I'm going to be in Kenya. Super excited. Definitely, you should look up Kenya. There's a safari there, and if you look up Mombasa, wow, Diani Beach, oh my goodness. I got a picture of that right now on my desktop as the screensaver, and it's just gorgeous. You know, like I would want to encourage you that if there's somewhere you want to go, look up the price of the flight for like 2 months in advance, or like go on Hopper, which is an app that helps you find cheap flights. Look at how much the Airbnbs cost, because where I'm going, the dollar is so strong in Kenya. The currency over there is a Kenyan shilling, right? If you remember my Colombia trip, I talked about that in my first podcast. My money was so strong there. I was able to, you know, my money lasted so long because you can get like a meal for like $3, $4, right? And in New York, you get, you know, you end up paying like $15 if you go to some like 3-star restaurant or whatever. You pay $15, you're eating at the best restaurant in Colombia. Like the best, like incredibly amazing. And it's just like that in Kenya. In fact, when I'm staying in Nairobi, when I told this to one of my family members, they thought this was a scam because they couldn't believe how cheap this was. But for where I'm staying in Nairobi, it's $10 a night for a 1-bedroom room right next to the airport. Now, I could have got something that was $20 a night, $30, but I was only staying there for one night. Isn't that insane? $10 a night? You can get a bottle of water right now in Kenya for 20 cents. Okay? Where I'm staying in Mombasa, I think I'm paying about $650 for the whole month. You wouldn't get more than a week for that much money for a hotel here in New York, right? So keep that in mind. You know, it might not cost you a whole lot. Like, for example, if you go to Europe, because of all these countries that are part of the European Union, if I'm not mistaken, You can fly between these countries for $35. Seriously. I didn't know that. So I know next time I go to Europe, I'm going to multiple countries. I'm going everywhere. I'm going to Spain. I'm going to Italy. I'm going to the United Kingdom. Yeah, forget about just staying in Greece for 10 days. How about I stay here for 3 days, stay here for 2 days? And, I was a little bougie. I got my own Airbnb. But, next time I think I'll do it by going to hostels where you share a hotel with other foreigners, international travelers. That sounds so much fun. Go out and meet people I don't know. Learn about their culture. Like, come on, man. Right now, I'm brushing up on Swahili. Learning how to speak the language a little bit. I'm not trying to be fluent, but I want to at least be a functional tourist. Like, say, where's the bathroom? How much does this cost? How are you? Like, what time is it? All those different types of things. And I know I'll meet a lot of friends there. Now, things that I'm concerned about in Kenya. Right now, like today, for example, I just got back from the doctor's office, and I am trying to get all the information about the vaccines that I need to take. Right, there's quite a few vaccines that I need to take. It's funny because I was talking to this girl and I was telling her like there's a lot of vaccines that I got to take before I go to Africa. And she was like, you don't have to take any vaccines. What the hell are you talking about? Some people, they literally just talk out of their neck and they have no idea what they're talking about. Maybe in a world where she thinks that vaccines don't really matter. Yeah, I mean, if you look at the science of how a vaccine works, they give you a very small, weak dosage of the actual virus. But that's the only way your body can develop the proper defense system against that virus, right? It has to create antibodies. And luckily, you only need to be exposed once, and then your body, your white blood cells now can create those proper antibodies. This is why they gave you polio when you were little. This is why they gave you measles and mumps and rubella, whatever that thing is called. So yeah, I gotta take a lot of vaccines. I am a little concerned if there's a difference if you take them all at once. But I know that when you're in the army, they give you like 3 shots in like one day of like 3 different vaccines. So, I mean, hey, you know what? If it's a price I gotta pay, and I only gotta do it once for me to travel, see the world. So I want to say, look forward to a lot of video. Right now, I've been recording things off my phone, which is a really good camera. It shoots in 4K, my phone. But I'm going to invest in even better and better equipment that can capture, that just has more functionality. There's really only so much that you can do with the phone. For example, I also want to get a drone. I'm getting totally back. Basically, I'm getting back into filmmaker Evan, right? We going off, we going on, and it's just bringing beauty and creativity to the channel. Like, at heart, I'm truly an artist, and I think what I want to show the world through this channel is my expression of that art. I'm truly an artist. Yes, I'm a good speaker and all that stuff, and I can teach and all that, but I make art. So that's what I want to do. Another thing is I've done over 15,000 trips driving Uber. It's quite a lot. And I have a ton of stories interacting with people here in New York. Crazy people. Oh my, all different types of personalities. I've picked up Alec Baldwin, that famous actor that shot and killed somebody recently. This was before he killed her, so I wasn't too worried. But yes, I did pick him up. I had him in my car, dealing with people from the hood, drug dealers, business tycoons, picking them up near Wall Street. You hear all different types of things. I picked up people that's worked on the drug Viagra. Everywhere. It's insane. I've if I remember the stat, I picked up people that speak 50 different languages so far, right? Because they keep track of that stuff through my account. So I'm thinking about creating a series of the funniest stories that I've dealt with, and have them animated on, and then pay somebody to animate them. All right, I think that'd be very interesting. Like, times people try to fight me, prostitutes in the back of my car trying to make me drive them somewhere for services. Yeah, crazy stuff. And they're not even attractive, right? Not that I would ever do that. I ain't trying to catch no STI, STD. But like, just, Lord, like what would make you think I would date you or do anything with you? You do all types of crazy people. Most people are regular, everyday, average people that are just going to and from work, going to hang out with their friends, coming back from the booty call, regular stuff. That's the regular stuff people do. Go to work and come back from booty calls. You can always tell when somebody's coming back from a booty call. It's always the guy that calls the Uber for the girl. And then she's coming to the car. Her hair is always disheveled and all crazy. And he's always like waiting at the door with his hand up, leaning against the door, like in a tank top. And he's like waving goodbye to the girl or when she's getting in. Oh my God. You could always, it's always so easy. It's a lot more common than you think. And I don't know if you guys know what Uber Pool is, or if you remember, they stopped doing this during the pandemic, because Uber Pool was you pay less, a lot less, and you share your car, you share your ride with somebody else. So it's almost like turning your own Uber into a bus, and now you're picking up people and dropping them off along a route. And back then, these booty call rides, the dude would always call a Uber Pool. And every single time the girl was in there, she didn't know it was an Uber Pool until I stopped and picked up somebody else. And then she would be like, why are we stopping? And then I'd have to break it to her. I'm like, yeah, he called you Uber Pool. And they would be so mad, because it's like, wow, he thinks this much of me, couldn't even make me get into a private ride. Oh, man, good times, yo. Back when I used to do Uber Pools, sometimes the car would be packed, so it'd be me, and then it'd be 3 other people, so 1 in the front and then 2 in the back. Yo, I used to be like Cupid. I'd hook people up. I got this girl to my right, got the dude behind her seat, and I'm like, I was already talking to her for 10 minutes, and now he gets in the car. We still got 30 minutes before he gets to the destination. I'd be hooking them up. Some of them really exchanged numbers. We would have fun. One time I was trying to hook this girl up with the guy. Like they were really hitting it off, and the girl, I dropped her off first, and then the guy was second. So the girl doesn't know where the guy lives, but the guy knows where the girl lives. So I'm like setting it up. I'm like, all right, they're hitting it off, and I'm like hinting in a way where like, yo, get her number, blah blah blah. And then it comes time to drop her off, and then she takes some extra time to get out, because obviously she's waiting to see if he's gonna ask for her number, and he doesn't. And then she gets out, closes the door, and I'm like, bro, come on, bro. I just literally gave you the easiest alley-oop. You could have just slam dunked it right there. And you know what this dude says to me? He says, yeah, she lives too close to my house, and I never shit where I eat. I just started shaking my head, man. I'm like, this guy's been around the block too many times, yo. But yeah, I got a lot of great stories. One time, I'm gonna save this for the animation, but this guy tried to fight me in the Bronx, because he didn't like the fact I was dropping off some old lady and he couldn't pass me, So this is actually one of the funniest stories that I got. But I've already made a list. There's quite a few great stories. You guys definitely let me know if you want to hear more of these, because it's crazy. And at 15,000 trips, I probably forgot more trips than most people have ever driven in their life. So like, That's is quite a lot of experience. Well, yeah. With that being said, Kenya's on the horizon. I'm gonna be there in April. I'm gonna try to record a lot of content out there. Maybe interview locals. All this, create really nice content. It might not be the best quality that I'm hoping for. I'm looking to invest in my equipment, so this might be like an ongoing thing, getting better and better and better. Like I said, I'm building the airplane while I'm flying it. I'm doing what I can with what I got. Um, on top of that, yeah, look forward to that. If you want to support my channel, go ahead and cash at me at $Evan Yearwood. I appreciate it. Help me get all this equipment that I need. And I think that's pretty much it. This is episode 19. We're rocking and rolling. Can't believe it already. I remember when I first started. Now we're at 19. With that being said, I hope you have a great day. And until next time, this is E.Y.E. Peace out.